Have you had a good GupShup today? No, the word actually means chit-chat and is extremely familiar to the 26 million users of India's GupShup network. GupShup is one of the world's largest social media networks, and the company's chief executive, Beerud Sheth, is with me now to tell me something of how it became so large and why most of us have never heard of it. Your network, your chit-chat GupShup network relies on texting, doesn't it?
That's right. So, I think if you go to the emerging markets, right, in the Western markets, we live in the PC, web, and email world, but the rest of the emerging markets is overwhelmingly in a mobile and SMS world, right? There are 5 billion mobile subscribers versus 1 billion web users. So everything happens over text messages because that's the only thing that works on every handset.
There's only one problem. Text messaging via the GupShup network and to my group on GupShup costs you money.
That's right. So we send about 500 million messages a month, right? So for example, if you create a group and you had 25,000 followers, you send one text message to us, we send it to 25,000 people. Now, we pay, of course, bulk rates for all of those messages, and we recover that investment by inserting text ads in the footer of those messages, at the bottom of those messages.
The model that you are using via text is extremely different and perhaps difficult to understand elsewhere in the world.
That's right. See, I think the US or the Silicon Valley-centric view of the world is, everyone's going to have expensive PCs, smartphones, and high broadband bandwidth, if you will, okay? But it's not just the availability of technology, but the price of these technology, right? So when you have laptops at $500 or $1,000 price points, when you have 3G plans and such expensive smartphones, only 1 billion people in the world, the web has about 1 billion users. But when you reduce that price point down to $10 or $20, it makes it affordable for about 5 billion users out there who have no other way to connect except through mobile phones, low-end mobile handsets, and text messaging. That's the only thing that works on all these devices.
So it is a, if you like, a geographical issue in the sense that most of the world will have access to GupShup, but not have the technology to use these other means.
Absolutely. I think that's the thing. We are going for this global giant market. And the interesting thing about social conversations is they always gravitate to the lowest common denominator. Meaning, if you send a message to your dozen friends or 100 friends around the world, you can only send it on a text message because you can't assume that they have a smartphone, that they can see attachments, etc.
But you're paying next to nothing to send these?
Yeah,
messages?
At bulk rates. I mean, we're buying capacity. See, that's the thing about mobile networks. It's all capex based, meaning once you pay the price, the incremental cost is not that much.
Okay, but I come back to my point that I made earlier. Even with all these people that today do not have access, is there not an inevitability that as they get access, your market share dwindles and you have to move into a web-based system?
I think, firstly, it's so many years out that in the meanwhile, if we build a large, loyal, and engaging audience, we will be able to migrate that as the technology evolves. But betting on the fact that this will happen next year or in the next 3 years is it's just not going to happen. In fact, see, the bottom of the pyramid is growing a lot faster with low-end mobile handsets and devices than, in fact, the top end of the pyramid, right? So all of these things, the world, it's not like the whole world is going to have the top of the pyramid technologies, smartphones and such. It's going to take a while.
Beerud, many thanks for this GupShup.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
This GupShup was great.